So, have you ever felt like your doubts in your head just overwhelm and are so much bigger than your hope? In whatever, in your future, in your relationships, in your dreams, like whatever is going on. I have felt that so many times, and still, even at my age, that doesn't change. You have doubts, and doubts creep in, and just questions, and it gets overwhelming. But man, the thing that helps me hold on is, and I mean this, I don't mean this in a cheesy way, I don't mean this in a ultra Sunday sermon way, but it honestly is faith, man. Like I did not understand that for so long, and say that I said the sinner's prayer, became a Christian when I was a young child, got baptized, raised in the church, did my own thing, did the whole back and forth thing in my beliefs, and like a lot of people do. And then even getting into full-time outreach and ministry, like you talk about certain things, but until you experience them, it's a different level. It's a different level. And man, I talked about faith for a long time. And there was a verse that I always shared, and you'll recognize it here in a minute. Hey, there's my FedEx buddy coming through the neighborhood. So anyway, let me go ahead and tell you the verse. Matthew 17:20. Truly I tell you, if you have faith as small as a mustard seed, you can say to this mountain, move from here to there, and it'll move. Nothing will be impossible for you. Like I had read that, I had talked on that, teached on that, but until Sherry and I started surf, like it was just us. It was just me, Sherry, and Caleb. You know that saying, us against the world. It felt like that a lot of times, and even the people you thought would appreciate or encourage what you're doing didn't. So there was just always these doubts of, how are we going to make it next week? Like, what are we doing? How are we going to do this? And we really had to walk by faith. Just, I don't know. Let's go one more step. And it was, I wouldn't say we had great faith, but we had that type of faith, that small faith of a mustard seed. And man, I just, especially if you're younger in your years, if you're a young adult or in college, got big dreams about changing the world, and things aren't working out, or things don't work out the way you plan, like there's so many people transferring for a lot of good reasons, a lot of not so good reasons, but things change. The life plan changes. And a lot of doubt sets in. Like, what am I doing? And I just want to encourage you, man, hold on. Hold on with a little faith. The faith of that little seed. And speaking of seed, here is a great thing that some of God's seeds have made. Back to Old Faithful, one of my favorites, the Vegas Cubanas. Share that with you today. This one is the one that kind of has that little bit of baseball glove leather taste to it that I like so much. So yep, that's good. So even in the moments that you're most doubtful, what if you had a little faith in God? Like you just said, I don't understand it. I don't know what's going to happen. But I believe that you are real, and I believe that you are working behind the scene on my behalf. Like, that's where we landed with surf. Like, I don't understand this. I don't know if it's going to work, but we'll take one more step. We'll have one more gathering. We'll have students at the house. And God blessed that. And he moved those mountains that were in our way, and he continues to. Like, there's still days, man, we got doubts on what are we doing? Why are we doing YouTube? I don't know. Let's just do another video, see what happens. And he's faithful, and he moves mountains. And he will in your life too, but you got to have a little faith. You got to have a little faith, even when it feels like you shouldn't. Even when it feels like, Matt, you don't understand. Well, I might, more than you think. And granted, your situation wasn't mine, but I know that God moves on your behalf for your good. He didn't create you for nothing and for bad and for just the doubts. Like, things may not work out the way you think. Things may change. I don't know if I had told y'all in a previous video. When I went to school, my dream was to become a Disney computer animator. Like, Pixar was just starting, and that was my dream, to sit behind a computer and do graphics for movies all day. And I had no idea how I was going to get from Virginia Intermont to Pixar, but that was the goal. And it absolutely didn't go that way. But along the way, even when it wasn't, and I was just churning and grinding and trying to figure this out, like, it just slowly kept guiding in a different direction. Like, things were moving in a different direction. And some of your faith is, it may not end up where you want it to end up. Relationships, academics, dreams, jobs, sports may not end up where you have planned, because God has a different plan. Now, what I know is, man, I have loved being part of this surf adventure with my family, so I would never want to change that. Like, if you said, Matt, could you go back, if you could go back and be a Pixar animator on Lion King or one of those classic movies, but to have never done surf, would you do it? Absolutely not. Absolutely not, man. I've gotten to meet people like you. I've gotten to meet people from around the world and just be part of their lives and still have their friendship and relationships. And it was a total faith thing. Even when I didn't have hope, we had enough faith to take another step, to go another day. And man, I don't know what situation you're in. I don't know, but I know as a human, we all go through it, right? Every human that I know a few humans. I don't know all the humans. But I know every human that I know has doubts and struggles with hope at times. And hold on. Just hold on. You know, there's an older song that I love. And whenever I would give this talk, I gave it at a college baccalaureate service. I had them all singing along because it's an old classic. But I was talking about this, having faith and having the faith of a mustard seed, and God will move mountains in your life and in front of you as you venture out after you got your degree. But here are the lyrics to that song. A lot of people remember the verse, have a little faith in me. I can't. I can't sing it like him, but you probably remember the song. But think about this. The song was written from a dude to his girlfriend. But wipe that clean and think about God singing this to you in your situation. When the road gets dark and you can no longer see, just let my love throw a spark and have a little faith in me. When the tears you cry are all you can believe, just give these loving arms a try and have a little faith in me. And then it goes into the chorus. Have a little faith in me. And it repeats that like 4 times. Have a little faith in me. And then it says, when your secret heart can no longer speak so easily, come here. From a whisper, start to have a little faith in me. When your back's against the wall, just turn around and you will see I'll be there. I'll be there to catch your fall. So have a little faith in me. Have a little faith in me. Because I've been loving you for such a long time, expecting nothing in return, just for you to have a little faith in me. You see, time is our friend, because for us, there is no end. All you got to do is have a little faith in me. Have a little faith. Oh, I will hold you up. I'm going to hold you up because love gives me strength enough. So have a little faith in me. Have a little faith in me. All I want you to do for me, all you got to do is just have a little bit of faith in me. Oh, you got to choose just to have a little faith in me. Have a little faith in me. And then it goes through the chorus. Dang, bro. Tell me that ain't got some meaning when you think if God is singing this over your life, in your doubts, in your doubt is greater than hope situation. Man, have a little faith in God and what he's doing in your life. He hadn't left you alone. Even when you think he's not listening, he can't hear you. He can do great things with the seeds, and especially mustard seed size faith. Matthew 17:20. Truly I tell you, if you have faith as small as a mustard seed, you can say to this mountain, move from here to there, and it'll move. Nothing will be impossible for you. Man, I hope that encourages you. I still have to remind myself of that so many times. Even since we started surfing 2009, and this is almost 2025, getting ready to go into 25, I still go back to this. And when I hear that song, man, I just think about God singing that to me. And it just reminds me, you know what? One more day, one more step. It's going to be all right. God's working on my behalf, no matter how crazy this is, no matter how up against it seems, or not working out the way I planned. It's okay. I'm just going to have a little faith. So I hope that encourages you. It's just what was on my mind to share with you today. Yes, the buddy squirrel is up here running around, in case you were wondering. Matter of fact, he's right there. He's chewing on his lunch, it looks like, just looking at me, listening. I promise one day I'm gonna make a video of Buddy the Squirrel. So anyway, I love you guys. I mean it. Go make it a great day. Vegas Cubanas.